All right, I am here. Round four is done. How is my mole doing?
Your mole is very happy this week.
Done very well. Um, so how do you feel players are doing with players one by one being eliminated from the game and like the impact that it makes on the game?
I think there's been a lot of unexpected eliminations. To be honest, we all thought Brandon would have gone down weeks ago. And kind of talking to the other players, that's apparent. So we're not sure how he's hanging in there. And I am using that to my advantage to say clearly he has more knowledge than we do. He knows what's going on because there's no way this kid is surviving this long. So um, it, it's it's worked to my advantage to see some of the stronger players go before some of the perceived weaker players.
Right. Um, so I now know that you are aware of a certain thing, a power that's going to be taking place. Who do you
Yes.
think that Heather should give that to?
Should or will?
Should. Oh, should and will. There you go. Do both. Do both.
All right. She should, because it's her and two others. So she should give it to Jonathan and probably Brandon. However, she will give it to Tiffany and Jessica.
Okay. And any reasons why for either way?
Um, I've always gotten the feeling that the three of those are like, oh, girls, woman power, let's go, girls, you know. So I think they're going to stick together. And I've never been on the inside of that little girl thing they have going on, which is fine, you know. Um, However, that being said, I think she's got a connection with Jonathan that not a lot of people are aware of. And she may shock everybody by including him in her secret mole power thing she's got going on.
Okay. Um, so you're gonna make it to the end of the game, but do you think a lot of the people right now know that it's you?
I think everybody honestly is suspicious of everybody else. I've done my hardest the last few challenges to play like a player and not a mole and not put myself out there and like suggest things that are like clearly wrong or suspicious or anything like that. I mean, this last challenge could not have gone any better. Brandon taking the advantage and totally throwing that whole challenge off the rails could not have been scripted any better. I purposely chose a destination that I thought was a little bit more obscure. And trust me, I overanalyzed the hell out of this. I was like, these are in Europe, these are ancient, these are modern, I mean, I was just like, okay, which is the one thing that doesn't definitely fit into any one particular group? And turns out I didn't even need to overanalyze that much because Brandon threw the whole game with one answer. So um, all I can do is keep playing like a player and telling people I'm giving 100%. I don't know what more you want me to give, like I
Right.
did with Jessica, and just saying, hey, if I was a mole, I would have thrown this. I would have said, no, let's do this or do that or whatever. So um, I have to try and keep the two sides of my personality different and be a clever mole, but be a faithful player.
Right. All right. I guess the last question I have is tell us about the fun that you are having.
Oh my God. This has been by far the best org experience I've ever had. I'm finding that I'm really relishing being the super secret bad guy and loving it. I'm hoping that that is kind of coming out in the weekly messages that I send. You know, uh, this is if anybody ever has the opportunity to do this game or the Traders or any other game where you're the bad guy, oh my God, I couldn't recommend it more. This is awesome.
Wonderful. Well, keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, Phil.